What the freak is up, guys? Coach Chad here, CEO of the Next Level Coaching Academy and creator of the Fit CEO podcast by Chad Molyneux. Hope you guys are doing amazing. If you guys are watching this on the video on YouTube, you probably notice a different background. And the reason that the background is different is because I'm actually home in Connecticut. And I shit you not, it's been literally a year and a half since I've been home and seen my family. The last time I was here was December of 2019. COVID, had different plans and changed everybody's 2020. And this is the first time I've seen my family since December of 2019. Isn't that freaking crazy? So having a blast down here. It's amazing to see them. But today's just going to be kind of a bit of a ramble. It's emotional being home, and there's some really, really cool things that I found that I can't wait to share with you guys. So let's get into it. All right. So I went downstairs on night one, and downstairs was where my old bedroom was. And I literally started my fitness business in my parents' basement. And I started in 2015. I was a 19-year-old little insecure boy who had very, very, very big dreams of growing a coaching business. And I have so many freaking memories in that basement, so many struggles, so many times of anxiety, so many times where I literally just feel like I want to rip my hair out or cry or quit, or I was complaining to Caitlin. It was just, there's a lot of pain in that basement. But honestly, when I walked down to that basement, I couldn't do anything else but just smile. And I can't even get the smile off my face right now. I'm honestly getting goosebumps. And there's a nugget even there. Like I said, I'm going to kind of just go on a ramble today, and whatever's on my mind is what I'm going to say. But there's even a nugget there. And the nugget is the happiness is in the pain. And it doesn't reveal itself right away. And if you're a high achiever, you're going to relate with this big time. But I've always been somebody in my life that I've always wanted to do big things. I've always gone the extra mile. I've always worked extra hard. I've always just been an overachiever. And something I've realized time and time again, no matter what it is that I'm trying to achieve, whether it's, a fitness goal or a sports goal back in the day or a business goal, is you don't feel the happiness of the achievement until years and years and years down the line. And like I said, in the moment, it's nothing but pain. But when I walked down and I went into that basement and I reminisced on the pain, I couldn't do anything else but smile. And isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think about? And maybe right now you're going through that pain. And to be honest, you go through the pain every single day, right? The goal just gets bigger, right? My goal is bigger. I'm trying to achieve bigger things than I was trying to achieve when I was 19 years old, or in that time span that I was working in the basement. And, I'm going through a new set of pain and a new set of challenges. And a mentor once told me that, if you're not seeking new challenges, if you're not seeking new problems, then you're really not trying to achieve your goal, and you're really not thinking big enough, or you don't have a big enough vision. So that's nugget number one. I walked downstairs and I started smiling. So the happiness is in the pain. Remember that. All right. So let me continue on with my story. So in the corner of the room, I saw a new chest. It was like it looked like a treasure chest, to be honest. And I was like, okay, well, that's a new piece of furniture. And I opened it. Oof, I'm gonna get emotional. I opened it, and it was all of my old. Oh man, I'm definitely getting emotional. It was all of my old work binders, work notebooks, pieces from my vision boards in 20. Oh God. Yeah. So I apologize, guys. Um, Definitely getting emotional. So all of the old stuff from those painful times in my life, all of the old journals, all of the old notebooks, all of the old stuff that I would put on my vision board, just all of this crazy, crazy stuff. And I was going through it, and I was going through the notebooks, and I was, seeing the goals that I was writing down and seeing where I'm at now. And it's just like, holy freaking crap. Like, holy freaking crap. Like, there was one item, and I made a post on my Instagram about this. There was one item that I put on my vision board in 2019 that said, let me read it actually. Let me pull it up on my Instagram. Hold on one sec. So it says it's a picture of a female, a male, a female, a male, and a female, all dressed up in business outfits. And it says goal, build a badass sales and coaching team. And it's been a vision and a goal of mine to have a team that works for me, like an awesome kick-ass team. And as of today, we have 16 staff members in NLCA and growing. We're always continuing to hire. And the goal is to have hundreds and hundreds of employees. So the fact that literally that piece of paper was created in 2019 and fast forward to 2021, and now I have the team that I always wanted in 2019 is just so freaking surreal. Like literally going through the notebook, like, oh my God, the monetary amounts of money that I wrote down as like my goals back then and like where the business is at now is just like I get goosebumps every single time. And where I'm going and the nugget that you can pull from this is, and I know this is cliche and I know this is like cliche motivational stuff, but all the cliche motivational stuff is 100% spot on. 100% spot on. You have to be consistent. You have to dream big. You can't be afraid to speak it into existence. You can't be afraid to work fucking hard. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to push through, right? All of the stuff that we heard in the motivational videos that we watch are absolutely freaking true. As cliche, as corny as it sounds, it's all absolutely true. And if you get anything from this podcast, I hope that you just take away some inspiration. I hope that you guys just understand that with time, with consistency, with effort, with passion, with a never just being freaking relentless, you can achieve whatever the hell you want. You can achieve whatever the hell you want. I'm just some kid, guys. Like I'm literally just like, and I wasn't even supposed to graduate high school. My teachers literally told me, Chad, you're probably not going to graduate high school. I was asked to repeat the 8th grade. I was basically throughout my whole entire life trying to figure out what learning disorder I have or what mental illness I have. I went to multiple psychiatrists. They all told me that I don't have mental illness. I definitely have anxiety, but they all told me I don't have a learning disability either, but I wasn't supposed to be what I am today. I wasn't supposed to be a successful CEO, a successful entrepreneur. I wasn't supposed to have a 7-figure company. That's what everybody else told me, but that's not what I told me. Since the age of 15, I've always dreamed big. I've always wanted more. And I would always create vision boards. And I was always writing in my notebook, I want to achieve this. I want to achieve this. And I always backed it up with a ridiculous work ethic, a work ethic where people probably thought I was freaking crazy. I think I'm freaking crazy how much I work, but it's what's necessary if you want to achieve your goal. And like I said, I know that sounds corny. I know that sounds cliche, but it's absolutely true. It's absolutely 100% true. And if I can do it, a small town boy from Connecticut, I know you can do it too. And I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I think I'm going to wrap up the podcast there. It's just been really surreal to come back. I haven't been here in a year and a half and just see the notebooks, the things that I used to do, the consistent writing down your goals, the consistent thinking big, the consistent backing it up with to-do lists. And I even saw in the notebooks, I was crossing out all the to-dos and the to-do lists, and I would keep flipping the pages in the notebook. And there was just more of the same, more writing down goals, more writing down affirmations, more writing down grateful fors, more writing down to-dos, page after page after page, line crossed after line crossed after line crossed, over and over and over again, notebook after notebook after notebook, year after year after year, until I'm sitting here in this chair speaking on this podcast about where we're at now. And like I said, every time I say it, I get freaking goosebumps. But big takeaways from this podcast, I'll give you 3. Number 1, you may be experiencing pain right now, but I promise you 5 years down the road, you're going to look back and you're going to smile at that pain, because that pain ultimately created happiness. And that pain was ultimately the journey that created the happiness that you have now. And you can look back at that pain and be grateful for it. Let that sink in for a minute and be grateful for what you experienced, the hard times that you went through, and the person that it created. Because at the end of the day, that's what entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship isn't just making money. Entrepreneurship is creating a better you, creating a better world, and creating other better people as well. So that's takeaway number one. Takeaway number two, all the cliche motivational stuff that you hear is absolutely true. Absolutely freaking true. And adopt it. It is consistency. It is doing the boring work. It is getting in the pain and just continuing to be relentless over and over and over and over again. All right. And this is going to be the last thing that I leave you guys with. I want you guys to think about all the things that you want to accomplish. And I want you to think about all those things already being accomplished. Then I want you to think about going back to the location that you put in an immense amount of work, struggle, and effort. And I want you to think about opening your metaphorical treasure chest, like the one that I opened when I came back to my parents' house. And I want you to think about opening that treasure chest, looking into that treasure chest, and just seeing a collection of memories. Oof, I'm getting goosebumps of all the hard work that you put in to achieve the things that you said you were going to achieve during that time. And I want you to think about how that feels. And I want you to think about all those memories and all that hard work. And I want you to imagine that big, fat smile that you're going to have on your face because you freaking did it. That's the moment that I had when I came back. And that's the moment that I want all of you listening to this to experience. And I want you to remember that the only way that you're going to experience that moment is by getting started and putting in the fucking work.